Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for coming out. So I ended up selling a mower yesterday. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks. It's been kind of dead. As you know, the rain hadn't really started till last week, and I think it's really going to pick up the pace now. Another week of sunshine, the grass is going to go berserk. So I sold a high wheel pusher. I think it was a Crafty. Anyway, guy had messaged me, and I said, do you have a mower that's dead? He said, yeah. So I told him to bring it. So he traded it in. This is what it was. So I told him I could try to fix it for him. He said what it was doing was starting and stalling. He replaced the carburetor on it, he said, a while back. It would do the same thing after a while, and he put another carb on it. He said he didn't want to put another carburetor on it. And I says, well, I think it sounds like it's a fuel issue. If you keep changing the carb, it starts and stalls. And he did put a carb on it. I didn't even check. Oh, and he said he put a new plug on it too, and I see a new plug. So he wasn't bullshitting me. He was a non-bullshitter. So maybe it's a China carb. But anyway, I says, let me look at it. I grabbed my turkey baster and tried to take a sample. I didn't find any water in it. These quantum tanks, the drop down is back here. So you're not getting the bottom of the fluid when you take a sample here. It's back here. So more or less, he said, I just want to trade it in. I want to get something else. So I said, I'll give you 20 for it. I figured it being a quantum, if I fix this up, I think I have two of these Crafties, actually 6.5s, and I'm asking 150 for them or more, depending on the condition, the high wheelers. So he said something about he needs washers ran out or something, so he's got two worn out front tires, it looks like. So let's try to figure out what the deal is with this, why he was having issues. I told him to go get some fresh Wawa non-ethanol gas. I says, don't contaminate my machine with your old gas. He didn't know anything about non-ethanol, so he said he would dump that gas in his container and go get new. I told him if he had any issues with it to bring it back. We're at the low hole. So yesterday I kind of went through all my mowers, and a few of them wouldn't start. A couple of them blasted a lot of water out of the exhaust. We had, like I said, torrential rain exactly a week ago, last Tuesday, and I think a couple of my machines got water soaked, not by rising water, but I think I may have a couple of wet air filters or water blew into the mufflers. I think I had 2 or 3 that wouldn't start. So I got to look at those. So I guess we can start by looking at the filter. I'm just going to have to go with what's in here. He's got a full tank of gas. I should probably look at, oh, okay. I see a bolt missing for the backing plate. He's got 2 out of 3. Carb looks brand new. I don't see any buildup in the throat. We should probably look at model number and year of this thing, but let's Let's concentrate on carburetor. Filter's not bad, probably seen one season. Let me try priming it. Okay, it's not priming. Being it's a priming unit and not a automatic choke, it's imperative you have a good seal here. This not so much. You could probably get away with that bolt, but these two should be firmly tight against the carb, because that air pocket needs to be tight to push the air down into the bottom to push up fuel and up into your emulsion tube. So this might be the deal. Missing the bolt. So it looks like he was really chopping the shit out of stuff. A lot of heavy duty lawn debris. Oh, the other thing I noticed up here, this was backwards. This should be turned around. He's got it wired. This is kind of on an angle. So let's start diagnosing it. I'm just going to squirt some nitro, not starting fluid, but it's highly flammable carbon choke spray. That's what I'm going to use for my kickoff. So if we can't prime it, we need to motivate it somehow. So if that doesn't work, we'll keep going down the list and figure out why this thing gave him such an issue. Okay, I can tell right now we're going to have an issue with the coil grounding out. I'm pulling on the cable. Watch the linkage right here. It's not even moving. I'm pulling the bail bar back. Look at that. It's only moving 3 millimeters. So let me wire this up externally and then we'll try starting it. I think that's our problem, is no spark. Well, we got numerous problems. No spark, and the priming system. Okay, I'm going to try to remove this cable. It's in my way. You guys having a good week so far? This is the piece that moves, this back piece. I just wanted to try to get this out of my way, and it's going to be difficult. Unless I do something like this. Wish I had another hand. Try to pull the tabs through. There we go. Oh, I had it. Just kicked you. Okay, I see what's going to work. I'm just going to get a bigger screwdriver and use leverage. The hell with it. Grab my Stanley number 20 screwdriver, and I'm not going to mess around. I'm tired of messing around. So a couple things. Guy said he worked on it. I don't think he's a small engine mechanic. See, I'm pulling on this now. So this isn't even budging. I'm pulling on it. I think it's rusty. It's rusty, and the plastic tab up here is backwards. So that's an issue. So if he messed with it, I can already see a screw missing that he didn't replace. This thing isn't doing shit for us. I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky and this thing starts. Okay, I'll try to work fast. That should be good enough to... I just kicked you again. Okay, let me get organized. Let me pull on it and see if that was enough pull back on the linkage. Yeah, it's turning over now. So I think we can continue. I already juiced it, and if it starts, I'll just undo it from there. What do you say, Mary Kay? It's got enough oil in it, bottom hole. You're gonna make it fast because you're in the sun. I don't want you overheating. So he should have let me fix it for him. All we need is a cable now, and I got to get another bolt. Hopefully when I put it in, we get a nice tight fit. There's no air gap, and it'll start priming itself. Because that's going to be a no-no. I can't send it out without it priming. It'll never start for Harvey and Helen and their roommate Horatio when they go to try to start it. So we need a couple of wheels. Let me look for the cable number. So he said this cable was his doing. He had it on backwards with the wire wrap around. And I said, well, that's fine. I use zippy ties to wrap it because that little plastic nipple breaks off. But this thing should be straight, and it should be on this side twisted around. So that was screwed up. So where's the cable number here? This is a common one that I have because I got a lot of these old crafty Quantums. Might be an aftermarket cable because I'm not seeing. Oh, there we go. The 183281 Lima. I'm sure if you Google this, there's going to be 5 or 6 newer cable numbers, but this will be a start. 183281 Lima. You probably don't have to put the L in there. 183181 on the cable. Okay, let's look at the Craftsman number, model number 917.388960. Serial 032406 Mike 025227. So this is a 2006 on the deck. Third month, 24th day, 2006. Let's see what the quantum number is. It may be an '06 or an '05 engine. The 123 Kilo 020541 Echo 1. It looks like. Yeah, 0541 Echo 1. 0508 1257. So it's an '05 engine. 8th month, 12th day, '05, 2005. Mr. Cluck, what do you think? Little troubleshooting, and we had some success. It was just grounding out. So maybe by chance he was getting it started, and maybe the cable was wiggling enough where it was moving and grounding out. So maybe he wasted his time with replacing carburetors when it was an electrical issue all along. Blade don't look too bad. He was really cutting some heavy duty field material. That's really heavy duty. Pine needles. He was chopping the shit out of something. Okay, what do we got? Grass side down. He's got it right. It's smooth, but there's a lot of meat there. I think he must have changed the blade. No rust through. This will be a $150 machine. I just gotta go through my junk wheels. The adjuster needs to be tightened up, and there's no more meat in this wheel. It's all wallowed out, so that's got to go, and this one's got to go. The backs aren't too bad. There's a little bit of wobble, but that's going to be acceptable. Tank looks good. I don't see any dry rotting on the tank. He said he kept this machine inside, so it kind of shows as far as no rust through, but he was cutting some thick yard material. Okay, so now we know what we need. Cable, wheels, another bolt. Make sure this primes. I might have to double up on the gaskets, 2 gaskets if it's not priming for me. And I think we're good. Sharpen the blade, and the oil needs attention. It's low and it's well used. I got to do an oil change. So I'm happy for 20. I thought when I was pushing it, I thought right off the bat, oh, this thing's worn to hell. The wheels are flopping around. I thought, did I give too much at 20? But I'm happy right now. When we got this thing going, spending 20, I think, was customary and reasonable. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. I'll throw another one at you. Mr. Cluck's going to take a nap. And we'll come back tomorrow with something somewhat interesting. Don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll start selling some crap and have new junk coming through the driveway. Okay. Tip your waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos. Let me know what you think for 20 smackaroos. This thing's going to jump like a kangaroo. with a little bit of attention. It's nothing we can't handle. See you.